This video has been sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Momoshiki might be the god Otsutsuki Shibai in disguise for real, and these new hints will make you believe this. From a change in the way he talks, to some inconsistencies in Otsutsuki Logic, let's figure out why Momoshiki being Shibai in disguise is more plausible than you think. Last time I discussed a number of possibilities which hint at a plot twist even greater than omnipotence appearing in Boruto. The way Momoshiki was able to give Boruto his karma, even after the destruction of his physical body, is pretty unusual. This made me think that this soul of the Otsutsuki might be Shibai in disguise for numerous reasons. The horn similarity is what became the backbone of this theory, but now I have noticed some other unusual things as well. When an Otsutsuki genetically evolves themselves by eating chakra fruit, they should not revert back to their base form. This is because they turn into a stronger version of themselves, and turning back into the older self won't make any sense. However, in Momoshiki's case, he was able to come back to his original form when he returned to give Boruto a karma. He should have been in his fused form upon returning, but the fact that fused Momoshiki hasn't even touched Boruto is a mind-boggling plot point. This means Boruto got his karma from this soul, who can even be another entity in disguise. Not only that, this entity met Boruto in a dimension which is different than Earth. It could be that Shibai had access to realms like these. After all, he's an omnipotent Otsutsuki god. Another thing which needs to be noted is that Momoshiki, before making Boruto his vessel, did not showcase any power to manipulate time, while the being who has made Boruto the vessel can stop time whenever he wants. We haven't seen any other Otsutsukis playing with time before, and if this was a power that the real Momoshiki possessed, he could have dealt with the good guys in a matter of seconds. However, it was only after he possessed Boruto when we got to see a glimpse of this ability. What I think is that this power to stop time is an omnipotent ability, just like the one that was used by Aida. If it was unique to all Otsutsukis, like how every one of them wielded Byakugan, the same power could have been used by Ishiki, Kaguya or Urashiki during their fights. However, this mysterious ability is only limited to Momoshiki, or I should say the being who's inside Boruto. Before going further, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box filled with up to 20 of the most exclusive, limited edition and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time, like Sakura Pepsi, Japanese Sake Kit Kats, ramen and many more. Sakurako, on the other hand, is a monthly authentic Japanese snack subscription box which is supporting Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special tableware. They both come with this awesome booklet that gives you information on all the snacks in the box, as well as some fun facts about Japan. This month's Tokyo Treat box is Osaka Snackation, in which they are exploring the colorful sights and mouth-watering flavors of Osaka. They have carefully packed this box with a variety of their favorite snacks inspired by Osaka to bring you an authentic taste of Japan's vibrant kitchen, while Sakurako this month is exploring the wonders of mochi and fruit marvels. So this time I instantly went for the chocolate orange Kit Kats from Tokyo Treat because I wanted to see how different they taste. This one in my opinion was really special as it captures that orange essence. Then I tried the Coke melon soda, which was really refreshing and not too overcarbonated like most sodas. I then tried this amazing chocolate bread and it didn't disappoint. The delicious chocolate cream inside was absolutely perfect. Then I headed over to the Sakurako box, which was also filled with many amazing and delightful treats. I first tried the white peach mochi, also known as Momokibi dango, which was really sweet and its gummy texture made me crave for more. Then I went for the Sitochi lemon squid tempura, which was a perfect combination of lemons and seafood. I personally prefer sweet food over salty, so I quickly went for the Ichigo mochi manju, which was a fusion of red bean jam paste infused with the juice of Japanese strawberries. After just a single bite, it became my most favorite treat from Sakurako. You also get this unique chrysanthemum dish, which I used while sipping the special Japanese green tea while working late at night. So if you guys are interested in getting your very own Tokyo Treat and Sakurako boxes, please check out the link in the description and don't forget to use my code KASHI to get a $5 discount for your very first box. Another thing that I think is the key for us to figuring out Momoshiki's true identity is the blue-eyed girl Aida. First and foremost, when Momoshiki used his power to stop time, we could see that even Aida and Demon's time was frozen. Considering the fact that they are the subjects of Shibai experimentation, they should have been immune from the power of a normal Otsutsuki being, especially because this ability paused time on a global scale, so people with Otsutsuki god's power should have been immune. Even Aida and Demon ended up as a victim to this ability. This means Momoshiki's powers even surpass that of the Otsutsuki god, or I should say he's the one himself. That's why he's able to pull off such cards. We shouldn't forget back in chapter 79, he was instantly able to identify that reality has been altered. If the omnipotence was able to alert Otsutsukis, then Boruto and Kawaki must have been able to know this as well. But it was only Momoshiki who narrated the whole incident with exact details. Like, how did he know that Kawaki and Boruto's lives have been exchanged? There is no way for a normal Otsutsuki to get this much into detail when it comes to a godly power. This only means that he is himself a massively powerful being who's fooling Boruto for some secret purpose. The prophecy of the blue eyes, where he peeked into the future to see Boruto's fate, is also a solid hint of his godhood. I feel like his goal was never to resurrect, since he's not the real Momoshiki after all. Rather, he appeared in Boruto's life to make him mentally stronger for some divine purpose. One of the reasons I think this way is due to the fact that how he lied about possessing Boruto. Back in chapter 78, he took control of Boruto's body in order to free Kawaki, cause that was a part of his master plan. This means he can take over Boruto independently, but for some reasons he acts like he can't do it. The way he was persuading Boruto to switch with him in chapter 80 was just a way to make sure that he has a strong mental resolve, mainly because the difficulties that he shall be facing in the future are gonna be much worse than the reality shifting twist. I think he even faked himself back in chapter 75 when he started wondering about Aida's love charm. He already knew that the girl has the power of omnipotence, but the reason he only spoke about it when Kawaki was nearby is because he wanted to trigger Boruto. And that's exactly what happened. Kawaki got so provoked by the incident of Boruto talking to Momoshiki that he started off his huge plan of killing Boruto by stealing his parents. All these strings that the host of Boruto has pulled has somehow made his life more and more complicated. We know that Momoshiki and Kinshiki had landed on Earth for the very first time during the Chunin exam arc, but somehow he knows about the omnipotence incidents that have happened with mankind before. It doesn't make sense for him to have that knowledge, which yet another time proves that it's Shibai who's narrating everything to Boruto. In mythology, a peach is considered a heavenly fruit, which translates to Momo in Japanese. So Shibai impersonating as a dead Otsutsuki who poetically must have reached heaven is also very plausible. The name Shibai also refers to someone who's pretending to be someone else, as if they are playing a stage role. This even strengthens the possibility of all of this being a part of a great plan, from Shibai making Boruto his vessel immediately after Momoshiki dies, to dropping hints for the audience to catch. It might be a way for him to prepare Boruto for a vital role in the Otsutsuki world that we'll be getting to see towards the end of the series. I feel like this Momoshiki Shibai side plot will make things easier to understand for Boruto and the audience. Shibai might only be the pain level villain of the show, and there might be hundreds of plot points and characters that will unveil later in the story. Another big possibility, which is a bit different than Shibai impersonating theory, deals with the goal of Momoshiki of finding a desired vessel. Maybe Momoshiki willingly let himself die by the hands of Boruto cause he identified him as the reincarnation of Shibai Otsutsuki. That's why Momoshiki happily dwelled in his body and decided to make sure his safety cause he simply wanted to get more powerful. The Jogan might be the key for him to identify Boruto, but the only problem is the lack of this eye in the manga. If Jogan was present in the manga, things wouldn't have been as confusing as they are right now. Well, I think by the time the first episode of the anime was released, Kishimoto was done with the entire world building of Boruto, including the major role of the Jogan. We know that he had planned everything till at least chapter 80, when he dropped the prologue scene in the manga. It's been 7 years since then, and I think he must have finished the whole Boruto script as of now. This includes the missing Otsutsuki's part, and the mysterious plot points that are transcending the story into the world of these aliens. Now, some of you may say that Kodachi wrote the script till chapter 51. Well, Kodachi's main contribution to the story was the Mujina Bandits arc, Kara arc, Kawaki's initial development arc, and the Ishiki arc. Most of the plot points that were introduced in Kodachi's part of the script do not seem to have any major influence on the plot as of now, unlike the writing of Kishimoto, which turned Kawaki into a psycho rebel, alongside pulling off a grand plot twist with newly introduced characters. Some of the plot points that I think were specifically demanded by Kishimoto could be the Blue Eyes prophecy, the missing Kara seal, Kashin Koji, and the missing Otsutsuki tablets. All of them would serve a huge role later in the story. Shibai also seems to be a character of Kishimoto, which means he's gonna be a well-written one. If you notice a detail in the manga, the new Momoshiki appears in a completely different direction than the real Momoshiki. Logically, he should have reappeared on the place where he vaporized, but he appeared on top of a cliff instead. You will be shocked to know that the possible inspiration behind Shibai, which is the Hindu mythological god Shiva, is also believed to meditate on top of a mountain known as Kailash. All of these hints suggest Shibai is just disguising as Momoshiki, and if you haven't watched the previous part, check out the video on the left. Subscribe and I will be back with more amazing stuff.